Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. Drama already on day one of the second weekend of Major 1 qualifiers. We've got OpTic calling out the Vegas guys for their M4GA shenanigans. Seattle Surge not happy with the servers the CDL are playing on. And Los Angeles Guerrillas getting absolutely world starred. Very much enjoyed your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. I'd greatly appreciate it. First of all, big announcement of the day from the Breaking Point side that we're working with the CDL broadcast. Really cool stuff. Austin, eazy, Mack's been working hard to get this through, and yeah, we've got a team together. We're going to help the CDL hopefully bring insights and real-time stats and just better stuff for the quality of the broadcast. I even had to bring out the aviators in the announcement video here to just make a very special point. So yeah, good stuff. Hopefully the start of things to come from that side of things as well. Also, this I thought was kind of crazy. 4 years ago today was CWL Vegas, the first event of the Black Ops 4 calendar that OpTic were able to win, with Dashy getting the MVP at that event. Pretty crazy stuff that it's that long ago now, to be fair, but yeah, hopefully we can get back to Vegas sometime soon for Call of Duty if Vegas actually want to host an event, which would be a key one. But if they are hosting one, probably the flank will be there. They confirmed earlier today that for Major 1 in Raleigh, the flank will be there in person. Cool stuff. Did this a couple of times last year. Hopefully they're working more so with the CDL now to actually set this up rather than having to talk to the teams, but more than likely it's still what they were doing last year. But they're calling it a live tour, so hopefully there's more of this to come for the rest of the season. Let's dive into the games then, because there's so much drama really already again on day one here. It's pretty impressive. Now, it started off with this, Surge versus Ravens. So we were wondering, especially coming into this series, are Ravens just M4 merchants? Are they only good with the M4? Will they be as good with the Scar meta in play? And yeah, map 1 was not pretty. 250 to 68. This is the most dominant map win, of course, that we've seen so far in this title. Like, I mean, Sid was on fire here, but Pred was the real man of the hour. 28 in 10, 20 non-traded kills. Like, accuracy has 3 minutes in the hard point, right? It's like absolutely absurd. But I mean, yeah, he was just sitting there soaking up while Pred got all the kills. This is the thing, the M4 being gone, the Scar now in. The SMGs, the Vaznev players should have a better time. We're already starting to see that here from Pred. That was a crazy game 1. Game 2, honestly, was, well, looked like it was going to go a similar way before Zero clutched this pretty crazy 1v1 and prevented accuracy from clutching this one up, and then just went straight ice mode for the rest of this map here. And London again win a search and destroy where they've looked so strong so far. And I thought if they can go map 5, they can certainly win and would be favoured to do so. However, the control then goes Seattle Surge's way, and then game 4 again, they're respawned right now. Their hardpoint gameplay Surge just looking so good. Against LAG and London, they've been so dominant in their hardpoints, and I think against Boston though, they lost it though, so you know, Boston looking good in that mode as well. But yeah, intrigued to your thoughts on this, right? The Scar meta now in play. I think it's probably better to watch, honestly, especially with more Vaznevs than we've seen before, so I like that side of things, but I do wonder what it means for certain teams, the likes of even London, that were doing pretty well with the M4, now have lost their first series without it. And you know, lots of drama about the M4 ban over the last few days, and Dashy is going to go into more detail on that here in a second, because he's not happy about the way things went down behind the scenes. And then Simp took over the game 4, this here on Mikado. I mean, look at this, that 3 pieces, you know, game, set and match, 1 HP, still finishes off the kill. And yeah, it just goes to show that Sib right now, despite being 1 in 2 for Seattle, and they didn't have a great week 1, he might be one of the best players, well, he's certainly one of the best players in the game. I don't know what the power ranking should be in terms of a tier list for players, but Sib by the numbers is right up there. Like, he has maps like this at least once a series, it feels like, at this point. The fact that Sib and Pred are like a duo that's actually allowed in the league is pretty ridiculous, especially when they're on point. We've seen that last season, but still the inconsistency from the entire team is no doubt still there. And right at the end of this map, I thought London were going to break in. It was a really close end to this Mikado, and it looked like London might get the break, but number 3 in Mack gets a crazy good spawn for himself behind the guys in London. Like, look at this, they spawn in this kind of garage thing, all 3 of them. Mack gets the god spawn behind them, and even though they get most of the kills, London, and only have 1 more guy to get, Mack shoots him in the back for the game. So that would have been a very different story. Honestly, London kind of collapsed game 3 and game 4, to be fair, so classic London-esque behaviour. Whenever, it's funny really, whenever I put any faith in London, they always disappoint. So I'm just gonna like predict them to lose every single series from now on. These were the final series stats here, so a Seaman Nasty, like this is kind of what I expected from London going into the season. Not Nasty with a 0.8, right, but just a Seaman Nasty, inconsistent SMG pairing, the ARs to drop a good like 1.0, 1.1. That's kind of what you expect from London, and this in fairness is also what you come to expect from Surge a bit, right, with Pred and Zib going off like this. But also there was some drama during this, because we saw last week actually, there was tweets coming out from Pred about the server cheese, the server's lag, and I think we saw at some points in this series that Pred seemed to be skipping around a bit on some of these servers, and even accuracy kind of confirms this. These lag situations we see on stream aren't just on the stream, they're not just just on broadcast, the players are experiencing them as well, as Accuracy says. When is the random server lag going to get fixed? So he's not happy about it at all. So, I mean, yeah, I think we've seen this a few times in the last couple of years. Seems to have affected Surge a fair bit so far. So whatever servers they're playing on can't seem to be particularly good, and some players are getting these lag spikes. So not ideal at all. Let's talk into the next series then, because some drama going on here as well. Mutiny's Rokkr. Mutiny's actually edgy on map 1. Crazy scenes. Florida winning a hardpoint. I can't believe my eyes. But especially by getting outslayed in this map, I'm pretty sure. But then Rokkr actually come back and win the search relatively comfortably in the end. Some nice plays here all across the board. You can't really let Florida go up 2-0, because if you do, you know, the game 5 merchants can come into effect yet again. Rokkr did well though. They bounced back in game 2, and then game 3 was pretty interesting. Went round 5, and during all the time this was going on behind the scenes, there was the watch parties are happening now, right? I've got to say, the watch parties are going to create some good content this year, because Scump and co, everyone's in a call together, just chatting about the matches as they're going on, and some spicy things get thrown around, not just to do with what was going down in the map and the fact that Rokkr now 3-0 on aLLeY control, but also about the GAs. Scump says, you know, this Scar's still looking pretty good. He's not happy that the M4 got banned mid-stage, right, before, you know, Major 1 had even happened, but then Dashy says that it was Vegas's fault. They wanted the M4 in when they were doing well in scrims. They went 0-2 in the first weekend of the league, and then decided to get rid of it.
Who got a free kill, too? Oh, ooh, never mind.
I think we know what time it is. Unwinnable scenario. Oh, never mind.
You're comedy.
I had to bring it out. It was like it was building, bro. Like that we were stacking it. I was like deja vu. You know what I mean? Like,
that is an assault rifle, folks. What are we playing?
You guys like the new meta though? Do you like it a little bit better? You don't like it? People were telling me you liked it.
I mean, I think it's a little better.
Wait. No. I like it. I don't like the timing of it. I like it. I don't like the timing of it.
Where was this energy 3 weeks ago?
The fact that we did it in the middle of a stage just shows me how delusional people are, dude. It's actually insane.
You disagree with what I said?
Wait. Say that statement again, please.
I feel like it's a little bit different. I feel like the M4 was straight cheese, bro.
Oh no, 100%, 100%.
I agree with you guys on the fact that y'all just wait too long to make decisions. You know
No. The decision was made. That's the problem. A decision was made to keep it in.
Nah, yeah. We wanted it out at the start.
Wait. I'm in the rep chat, dude. Yo, I'll start exposing right.
We wanted,
I'll start saying some
bro. We wanted that out. We wanted that out from the very start, and then they were like, "Nah, we're gonna keep it in." So like, all right, bet.
Vegas, let's just call them out. They wanted it in, went 0-2. They don't want it in anymore. I don't know. 2+2 is not acting up to. No, it's not up to.
All right, I will agree with y'all. That's annoying.
Now, this is where you just lose your head, man.
Oh my god.
It is comedy.
No way he's farming them in spawn.
Damn, what is it? 3-0 on it now?
Yep, Minnesota 3-0 on El Silo.
They can't be beaten. I mean,
I wonder who can stop him. I know who.
Yeah, that's
one
good.
word for that response.
Yeah, that's good.
So what do you guys think about this from Dashy, right? Pretty spicy stuff, it's got to be said, that he's putting the blame on all this M4 drama, because I think it was relatively well known the M4 was going to be gone after Major 1 at some point. And clearly Vegas wanted it in, we thought at least. But then, after they went 0-2 week 1, they thought, you know what, screw this, let's change the meta to try and have a better chance. And that's why it now is what it is with the Scar in play. So yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, I think it's probably for the best, but it's got to be said that Vegas may be, you know, it's kind of clear, and even Scump said that straight up delusional pros making these decisions because, you know, only really benefiting themselves. And you can understand Scump's perspective when you hear of stories like this. But even TJ said the other day, who actually does play for the Vegas Legion, if you guys were to wear not bossing any longer, I didn't vote that in, he says. So, you know, kind of saying that he wanted it gone, Clay wanted it in, and then they clearly changed their mind after going 0-2. That is Dashy's perspective, but it's not like Dashy doesn't have his beef with Clayster over the last couple of years. They get spawn trapped heavily at the end of this game 3. They win the game 3, they win the game 4 as well, and that is another series in the books for the Minnesota Rokkr, a 3-0, 2-1, whatever, with an asterisk start. But yeah, look at this scoreboard. I've got to say, I can't have too much of a smug face here, but there were two things I got roasted for towards the end of last season. One of them was saying that Havoc isn't really all that. that, and the other one was saying that Afro is like a real potential superstar of this league and one to watch out for. So all I need to say is, you know, look at the scoreboard, and yeah, Havoc doesn't have a great time here, neither does Major Maniac actually, both with a 0.65, and then Afro like 1.38, Attach 1.39. Like, yeah, this is what you want from the Rokkr in terms of the slaying department here, and Florida in the respawns are just like generally nowhere to be found. If they lose the game to Search, it's ultra chalked for this team. So yeah, impressive start from Rokkr. Afro, man, this guy is so much fun to watch in this game and is really developing into the player that I think we've known he can be for quite some time. Probably needed that extra step here to Rokkr to really take that next leap in this game, but hopefully we get to see more of the same through the rest of the season. Let's talk about the final series we'll discuss in this video, then I'll talk FaZe versus Toronto tomorrow morning, because there's been plenty to talk about today. Subliners were also doing a watch party just like OpTic were, or like, not a watch party, but they've got a camera in the corner of the room. You can watch the guys play as they are, stuff like this. They played LAG, and I was thinking, you know what, this is a tough series to call. I thought maybe LAG in 5. I don't think LAG would win if they were to win any easier than that. And Subliners, wasn't impressed by them in week 1, so thought this is a tough series to call. But honestly, LAG, I think they're just terrible, to be perfectly honest. Like, I think Subliners, we talked about this Subliners team, right? The fact that they do have the talent there. Like, when they're able to deliver, they do have the ability to compete with some of the best teams in the game. But, you know, the chemistry and these other questions I wasn't so convinced about, especially in their search and destroy. They dominate the game 1, though, 250-133. And then game 2, Kismet turns up with a cracking ace here, goes all the way to round 11, actually, this one. And in the end, it's LAG who are up 5-4. They lose the round to go 5-5, and then they lose the round 11 as well. So kind of crazy, really, because LAG, the only thing that I thought this team, you know what, they should be good at search and destroy, right? But you look at them now and you're like, well, they're going up 5-4 in searches. They're losing the searches anyway. They're going down in S&D, going down 2-0. Like, if LAG go down 2-0, it just feels like it's chalked as well, man. I mean, I'm just not impressed by this team. We knew they were going to be pretty shoddy before the season began, but the way they got blown out the park today was just straight up embarrassing, to be honest, especially against a New York team that's looked like one of the worst in the league as well after week 1. Don't know why I've still got this full screen, but Kismet does get the final kill on Huke. And yeah, I don't even know what you do at this point if you are the Los Angeles Guerrillas going forwards, because this was the control, a 3-0 smoke show on the Fortress control. Yes, they had 2 offenses, but Spart drops 7 kills. He drops the Doug sent to Martin. That's not looking good. Skies has a 2 KD over the series, a 1.92 actually, technically. But look at these numbers. Green across the board for New York, a 0.73 for Arcitys, 0.79 for Neptune, 0.62 for Spart, 0.68 for Huke. I mean, like, what is that? They got completely blown off the face of the earth, and I don't even know what to say about this LAG team at this point, right? We knew they were going to be bad, but this is absolutely tragic, and I feel bad for Arcitys, but at the same time, you know, maybe he chose this team at the end of the day, right? He chose to join these guys, but it just must be tough in his boat having left Atlanta FaZe and now going to join these guys, and he's like, well, you know, dude, what are we doing? And you know, Sky, of course, you've got to give credit to New York as well, where it was due. They turned up today, they looked prepared, and they delivered the goods, especially in the respawns. But like, LAG didn't even better a fight in the respawns. It was just straight up, they just rolled over and died. And you know, you can understand why this face was being shown from Arcitys. They've got a lot to think about over the next few weeks there at LAG, especially because Arcitys and Spart are on 3-year deals guaranteed with that organization. Like, you know, this team will be making a change after Major 1 if nothing improves from here. But very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. Take care, and I'll see you next time.